Secretary of AeroVJTI, and we welcome you to the launch of AeroVJTI. I'll let the others introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Sini Santosh and I'm the Joint General Secretary of AeroVJTI.
Hello, I'm Surajit Bhosle. I'm the Treasurer of AeroVJTI.
Yeah, so yeah, we know that we have been a bit late with the launch. We were just trying to find the best perfect time to have it, and now that we have found it, let's, without wasting more time, first see the launch video that we have prepared for you. Yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed the launch video. Let us get into the depth of what AeroVJTI is. So about the club, we are basically the Aero Modeling and Research Club of VJTI, and we have started our journey since 2008. Our main aim is to develop RC aircrafts and gliders for various competitions. Yeah. So, what do we do in AeroVJTI? We use latest software to analyze and design RC aircrafts and aircrafts in general. We construct and rigorously test our RC aircraft that we have prepared for our competitions, and we participate in many national and international events, competitions. We also conduct many workshops to spread knowledge regarding aero modeling. We apply our technical knowledge that we have gained through our courses in engineering, and we design and manufacture the RC aircrafts. So when I say we use many software, so these are the list of the software that we use, and all of them are critical in order to design a good plane, RC plane, for securing a good rank in any competition. So we'll get into the details of each software one by one. So the most important and the first software that we begin our designing with is the XFLR5. Everything starts with this software where we design our wing, which is the most basic element of an RC aircraft or any aircraft. So the wing and the tail that you can see in green color is what we design as our first step in XFLR5. This is a screenshot of an analysis that we have run in XFLR 5. Yeah, so this is basically the Microsoft Excel screenshot that you can see. Microsoft Excel is obviously almost all of you know the software already, and we use it to do various analysis, and it makes our life easier to do the math instead of writing on paper and pen, using a paper and pen. Yeah, this is the sensitivity analysis that we can perform using Microsoft Excel. Sensitivity, as the name suggests, it basically is the how much important a particular parameter is for an aircraft. So here you can see different slope values for different lines. Higher the value of the slope, higher is the sensitivity of that particular parameter. This is how we decide which is the most important parameter for our RC aircraft, and we try to optimize it the best. SolidWorks is a CAD modeling software where you can create different 3D models. So you can see an image to the right of a wing where you can see each and every detail of the entire wing. So using SolidWorks, you can design an entire plane virtually with the minute details at every corner of your RC aircraft. This is one of the planes that was modeled in SolidWorks by our seniors for their competition. Fusion 360 is a very similar software like SolidWorks. You can do your CAD modeling over there too. The advantage of Fusion 360 over SolidWorks is that Fusion 360 can be run on the cloud-based online environment. So you don't need to install the entire software on your laptop if your laptop doesn't support such a big software. So that's why sometimes we prefer Fusion 360 over SolidWorks. This is the screenshot of the interface of Fusion 360. You can do various analysis on it. ANSYS. Now let's say you have designed your aircraft in a very detailed manner in SolidWorks or Fusion 360 or any other software. The next step is to analyze your model, whatever you have made. So in order to do that, there are many software. The most prominently used software is ANSYS, where you can do your stress analysis on your wings or any element of your aircraft. You can also do computational fluid dynamics or CFD, where you can estimate the drag value of your aircraft and much more things. This is the screenshot of an CFD analysis that we have carried out on a fighter jet. This is a different plane, and this is also a CFD analysis done on ANSYS. HyperWorks is a very similar software compared to ANSYS, and it also has almost all the things ANSYS has. The finite element modeling for CFD and stress analysis, basically. Yeah, this is how the HyperWorks interface looks like. HyperMesh, again, it uses the finite element modeling. As the name suggests, it uses meshes in order to analyze different things like stress and drag, CFD. So these are two examples. You can see a turbine or a jet engine to the right. MATLAB. Now, if you are interested in programming, MATLAB is one of the most commonly used engineering software. MATLAB along with Simulink. Simulink is basically a partner software of MATLAB, and you can use your programming skills in order to simulate different environments, not just an aircraft, but any aerospace applications can be done. For example, the rockets or satellites, etc. You can simulate in the Simulink environment, and you can write programs in the MATLAB environment. Yeah, so this is an example of how we can use the MATLAB software. So to the left, you can see the code that we have written, and to the right is the graph that we have obtained using that code. The graph is basically a 3D graph where we have done this analysis in order to find out how much payload we can carry, what is the most optimum number of payloads we can carry for our RC aircraft that we are designing for our competition. So a perfect amount of payload will give us the perfect score, and hence we will win the competition in that sense. So in order to find out the perfect amount of payload, we use the software programming in MATLAB.
Okay.
Yeah, Sini will take over from here. Thank you.
So now that you've heard about what softwares we use and how we go about making an aircraft, I'll walk you all through what achievements we've had over the past few years. So as Shiva mentioned earlier, that we take part in national as well as international competitions. AIAA is an international competition that AeroVJTI participates in almost every year. It takes place in USA, and it is a very important competition internationally, because like a lot of teams all over the world come there to compete with their RC aircrafts. These are the list of achievements that we have had over the last few years. So the most recent one is in 2021. A team from AeroVJTI submitted the proposal, and we were 31st globally. In 2019, we were the first team in Asia. We were the first in Asia, and we came 5th globally. So now SAE is again a competition, but it's a national competition. AIAA is an international competition, and SAE is a national competition. And we participate in SAE too. So you participate. We send teams of the third years in AIAA, and second year students are sent for SAE competitions. I'll talk about it more in the next few slides. So yeah, as I mentioned, in 2019, we were the 12th team that had the design. So you have to submit a design report that explains what your entire aircraft is and how it is built. And for that, we came 12th internationally. And in the actual fly-offs, that is where you demonstrate your plane, you do the missions that the problem statement has explained. In that, we came 5th globally, and it was a very huge achievement. And you must have noticed from the previous table that all our achievements have only went up over the years. Next. Yeah, so each year AIAA has a different problem statement. Like they give us different statements that we have to work on, and we have to do different missions regarding according to those statements. So in 2014, the statement was to make an aerial ambulance that was very light but extremely strong and stable. So like the plane weighed only 1.5 kgs, but it could withstand thunderstorms and 70 km/h winds. Next. Now FFT, Future Flight Design, is another competition, but it takes place in Turkey, and we competed in that competition in 2015 and were the third team globally out of all the 49 international teams that participated. Yeah, so in 2016, we had to build an aircraft that could withstand strong winds and rain. So as I said, each year we have a different problem statement, and we have to make the plane accordingly to overcome all those obstacles and hurdles that have been mentioned. In 2017, we had to make a plane that could be fitted inside a small tube. Like as small as the tube was, you got more points for that. So You have scoring according to the missions that you have to complete. As I mentioned, SAE is a national competition that we went for in 2019, and we would be, if everything went well, second years would go to that. These are the photos of the planes that I've mentioned right now. These are its photos. So Brahmastra was as an airplane that went for the SAE Aero design in 2012. It was an extremely huge plane, like the biggest one made so far in AeroVJTI. And right now we are working on a plane that is bigger than Brahmastra was. This is a swept wing. You might not know the terminologies of this right now, but it's okay. We'll teach you all what these are. So it's a swept wing because, as you can see, the wing is swept backward. And it was a glider, but it was converted into an aircraft later on. So this plane, as you can see in the photo, it was the entry of AeroVJTI in DRDO's nationwide student championship. It had a vertical takeoff and landing system in it. Yeah, this is the plane that you can see down here. Its name is Jatayu, and this was a 2019 plane that went for AIAA. You might know F-22 Raptor. So this is a home version of the plane, like a simulation of it, and we tried to model it. These are some of our planes that have been exhibited. If you all come to Aerolab, you can see some of these planes there. Right now, we have started in an offline mode also. So yeah, I'll tell you all about our activities that we do for the juniors, as well as how you can be a part of our club. Akila is a workshop that we conduct for first years, and we might be conducting that for you all soon, as soon as we get back to more normalcy, maybe. So Akila is the workshop where you all where you all build your own RC aircraft for the first time, and it is for VJTI and other colleges as well. Jet Strike is a workshop that we conduct for other colleges, and Pratigya is a workshop that we do in collaboration with NGOs, where we teach students from municipal schools about aerodynamics and try to spread the knowledge about aero modeling among people who are not that aware about it. So this is Akila. These are some of the photos that were conducted, clicked in Akila 2019. You can see the planes, and yeah. These are photos of the Jet Strike workshop. So design workshop is a workshop that we conduct after the Akila workshop. So basically in Akila, you construct your RC aircraft. In design workshop, we teach you all to how to analyze and actually build an RC aircraft from scratch. Like you decide your own wings, you analyze what lift it could get, what drag would be produced, everything you will analyze from the start. And we conducted this workshop for our juniors, and yours would be conducted after you all join Aero. And okay, Suryajit will continue now.
Right. So here in AeroVJTI, we don't just work on the drone of you in your own stuff. Yeah, so this is an autopilot hardware. So the people who have a keen interest in programming and coding, they could work upon this autopilot software, wherein you can for code autopilot for RC aircrafts, for drones, and multiple other stuff. So this is the autopilot interface where you can see the visual representation of how you code and how the interface works basically. You can just go crazy in this field, and we have just begun, so you have a lot of scope for advancements in this field. Yeah, so carbon molding. So carbon molding is the subject we're right now working upon, where you build stuffs with like carbon fiber and other composites based on carbon. So there is a lot of scope in research in this sector as well, wherein you can do this in our lab itself when you join AeroVJTI. So we do have a carbon molding oven in our lab where you can see its properties and how it actually works, basically. So we have a wind tunnel in our auto aero lab. So basically, what happens in a wind tunnel is you take your model RC aircraft and you put it in this glass section that you can see. It actually replicates real world simulations, air for conditions inside a tube, so that you can check how the model you built reacts to the air, reacts to the wind, wherein the drag is produced, where there are mistakes, where it can be optimized. You can all calculate this through wind tunnel. So basically, you had just an overlook of what happens in AeroVJTI, and there is surely a lot of more stuff where you can learn and, of course, enjoy in AeroVJTI. So thank you so much for attending, and I guess now we're open for questions.
If you can ask any questions that you want in the comments, we can read those and we'll try to answer all those. If you have any questions for us. Okay, someone asked what's the process to join. So basically, you don't have to. There's no like complete process. You don't have to attend any interviews for this right now. As you're our first years, you just have to attend our workshops and try to get as much knowledge you can about all this. And in the second year, you can decide which club you want to join. So workshops, we'll soon conduct workshops and we'll let you all know the dates. We're trying to wait a bit and see if offline colleges restore and like, so we can conduct an offline workshop for all, or else we'll start something for you all in an online mode as well. Shreyas, you don't need to download all your software that we just mentioned. We'll let you all know when to download the software and how to use those. We'll conduct a workshop. The design workshop is meant for that only. We let you all know about all the softwares. No, we do not participate in Boeing aero modeling, but you can if a lot of the team members in your year have interest in participating in that competition. You can. It's like you do not have to participate in AIAA and SE only because we did all these years. If you have interest in any other competition and it's worth it, and you want to give it a try, you can. AeroVJTI, like we you can do a research work on drones. We have some of the resources ourselves. So if you have any interest on working on it, you can do that as your second year project or something. Don't have any.
There are a lot of resources in our club wherein you can do research, you can do projects, third year, final year projects. So you should not only just go for competition, but it helps in your academics as well. Plus, as a working in a team, you get all the soft skills as well. So it's a win-win situation basically.
Also, one more thing. Since the colleges have started in a hybrid mode, I'm sure some of you who live in Mumbai are coming to college. So, if you ever feel like visiting the Aero Lab, you're free to visit Aero Lab whenever you can. We almost be there every day because we're working on our competition. So from tomorrow only, you can start coming to AeroLab to just interact with us or see what we are currently doing. You can also ask your doubts over there and see how AeroLab is. So
Yeah,
feel
you
free
can.
to join.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you all know the Auto Lab? Someone is asking where is Aero Club. So, do you all know the Auto Lab? It's right before your chemistry department. Like, you all know the DL classes, right? So, you have a turn for the chemistry lab. Before that, you have a turn. There, we have the Auto Lab. So, you can come in there. That is where we sit. Like, that is the Aero Lab. And as for someone asked what's in store for circuit branches, so as we have mentioned, we have an autopilot setup as well. So if you all are interested in coding and you want to do some research project on it, you have you are free to come and do the resources and work on it. Yeah, sure, you can ask. We are here to answer your questions, Aryan.
Also, for circuit branches, not just programming. I mean, of course, you can explore programming, but also the competitions. Most of the competitions nowadays are electric motors competition. So you have to deal with a lot of electronics in your RC plane. So not just programming, but also the electronics goes a lot in RC aircraft.
Yes, someone asked, yeah. Near SRA, right? It's before the SRA lab. You can text us if you all don't know where to go. We might help you all in the direction stuff. And someone asking for socials, you can follow AeroVJTI Insta account. It's just how it's spelled on the PPT, AeroVJTI. Yes, exactly where the wind tunnel is. Right beside that. And you can check out our social media in the link tree that is given in the description of this live stream. Uh, we have added all those Insta, Facebook, and all that. So do check that out. Any other questions? Okay, so if you all don't have any other questions, I think we should conclude this launch. And as Shivam said, you all are welcome in the Aero Lab anytime if you all are attending offline colleges now. And we can let you all know more about AeroVJTI in that way. Okay. I guess we'll conclude.
And we hope to see you a lot of employees in our Aero lab. So looking forward for it.
Yes. If you have any other questions that were not answered in this meet or you didn't, so you can text us on our group or you can DM us as well. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys.
We'll end the stream now.